And there is not a single member of my kids' generation that believes that that promise applies to them. I have one of my sons is 39 years old, and he owns a home. But all the other ones went to the best schools in our country, the best schools you could possibly go to. They're smart, they're very capable, they have great jobs. None of them's looking for a house because it's just out of their reach. And none of that's generation. And if you don't own a home, I mean, you're talking about community. We need to reestablish the ownership society here, because that's the only way America survives. If you own a home, you care about your community. You care about the police, the firefighters. You show up at the PTA meeting. You care about the transportation. You care about the appearance of your property, and you care about your neighbors. If once you become a renter, which is what BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard want us all, this is the new oligarchy, this feudal oligarchy of, controlling the land base. We go from being citizens to being subjects. And the main thing is that if you own property, you have equity, which means you can borrow on it, which means you can pursue your entrepreneurial impulses. So if you decide, I want to build a yoga studio or a bowling alley or a juice bar or whatever, you can borrow on your house, you can beg your house on it, and then you can go to the bank and get that money, and that's why one of the reasons that our country exploded. The American middle class after World War II became the greatest economic engine in the history of mankind. And a large part of that, of course, we destroyed the industrial base of Europe and we owned everything. But also, we spent that money wisely in making sure every veteran got into a house. Every member of that generation basically was able to own a home. And you had this ferment of entrepreneurial energy, what Franklin Roosevelt called America's industrial genius, that was released. And, when I was in 1960, when I was a kid, we owned half the wealth on the face of the earth. And it wasn't owned by an oligarchy. It was owned by the American middle class.